Logan Paul and Nina Agdal tied the knot Friday, sealing their vows in a celebration that perfectly blended extravagance, intimacy, and the free-spirited joy that defines the couple's relationship. From the moment the two exchanged their I do's to the unforgettable after-party where laughter, dancing, and fireworks filled the Italian night sky, their wedding became more than just a ceremony. It was a statement of love, resilience, and the story of two people whose paths, though vastly different, converged at just the right time. The evening was captured in videos now spreading across the internet, giving the world a glimpse into the love story that had been playing out quietly, and sometimes loudly, in public view. One of the standout moments came when Logan and Nina were lifted high above the cheering crowd in chairs, a tradition seen in many wedding celebrations but infused here with the energy and excitement only this couple could inspire. As their friends bounced them gently above the sea of smiling faces, Logan's wide grin and Nina's joyous laughter made it clear that this wasn't just about formality, this was about unrestrained happiness. Nina, radiant and glowing, waved a piece of fabric high above her head, a carefree gesture that symbolized the freedom she felt in the moment, as though all eyes on her were not a burden but a blessing. Logan, holding tightly while laughing along with the crowd, seemed to savor the rare occasion of being celebrated not for a fight, a podcast, or an internet stunt, but for love, something far more personal and vulnerable. The scene perfectly captured who they are as a couple. For Logan, someone who has lived in the limelight of controversy, reinvention, and ambition, this was one of the few times he could simply bask in joy without needing to perform for an audience. For Nina, who had spent much of her career as a model balancing beauty with poise, the ability to let loose, dance, and laugh freely showed just how safe and loved she felt. In that moment, being held high by the arms of their closest friends, the two weren't internet celebrities, models, influencers, or global names, they were just a bride and groom, two people beginning a new chapter with the same giddy anticipation felt by newlyweds everywhere. As the night wore on, the magic only intensified. Fireworks exploded across the Italian sky, reflecting over the scenic landscape that had been carefully chosen as the backdrop for their vows. Italy, known for its romantic landscapes, historic architecture, and timeless beauty, was the perfect setting. The choice of location itself felt symbolic. Italy is a country where love is both art and tradition, a land that inspires passion through its culture, food, and music. For Logan and Nina, promising their forever in such a place not only elevated the wedding's grandeur but also rooted their vows in a setting known for enduring love stories. Earlier that day, the ceremony had been nothing short of breathtaking. Nina walked down the aisle in a strapless wedding gown that stunned everyone who witnessed it. Her dress, elegant yet modern, hugged her figure with the grace of classic couture while allowing her to radiate the youthful beauty she has always been celebrated for. Logan, on the other hand, opted for a tuxedo top paired with black pants, staying true to his style of blending tradition with individuality. Their fashion choices spoke volumes, not about extravagance, but about authenticity. They didn't dress to fit a mold, they dressed to feel themselves, and in doing so, they made their union feel even more real. The ceremony itself was intimate, even if the scale was lavish. Friends and family gathered, creating an atmosphere that balanced grandeur with warmth. Among them, Logan's brother, Jake Paul, was visibly moved. Known for his tough exterior and his role as both an internet disruptor and professional fighter, Jake surprised many by admitting on social media that the ceremony brought him to tears. His honesty resonated with fans because it peeled back the layers of the Paul family dynamic, showing that beneath the bravado, there is a bond rooted in love, pride, and family unity. For Jake, watching his older brother find love in such a profound way was not just about celebrating the wedding, but about seeing Logan achieve something deeper than any championship belt or internet victory. Adding a touch of personality to the event, Mike Majlak, Logan's longtime friend and co-host from their Impulsive podcast, appeared to take on the role of officiant. Known for his comedic timing and unfiltered commentary, Majlak's involvement was both unexpected and fitting. He has been by Logan's side through controversies, career shifts, and personal reinventions, making him more than just a friend. He's been a witness to Logan's evolution. Having him officiate symbolized how far Logan had come, not just as an entertainer but as a man ready to settle down. For fans of Logan's podcast, this detail made the wedding feel even more personal, like a continuation of the candid storytelling they had always tuned in to hear. The reception, however, is where the couple truly came alive. Music blasted, laughter echoed, and friends poured onto the dance floor to celebrate the newlyweds. Logan, often remembered for his over-the-top antics, showed a softer side, dancing and holding Nina close, not for the cameras but for himself. Nina, with her background as a model who has walked prestigious runways and graced magazine covers, looked free from the expectations of her industry. She wasn't there to pose, she was there to love. Every laugh, every smile, every dance step reflected her authenticity. For a woman who had once been scrutinized in the public eye for her relationships, including her previous high-profile romance with Leonardo DiCaprio, this marriage marked a new chapter of stability and commitment. The wedding wasn't just the union of two people, it was the blending of worlds. Logan, a YouTuber-turned-boxer-turned-businessman, and Nina, a model rooted in fashion and beauty, came from different corners of fame. Yet together, they represented the modern era of celebrity, where boundaries between industries blur and where authenticity is valued over perfection. Their union spoke to fans who had followed them individually, showing that love can grow in unexpected places and that happiness can emerge even from unconventional paths. What makes this love story even more compelling is Logan's journey to get here. Once infamous for controversies that nearly destroyed his career, Logan's path to redemption has been long and complex. His rise on YouTube was meteoric, but so too was his fall when he faced global backlash for poor decisions that left many questioning his character. Yet, instead of disappearing, he reinvented himself, diving into boxing, business ventures like Prime Hydration, and building his podcast into a platform respected for its candid conversations. Through all of this, one theme persisted: Logan was searching for meaning beyond fame. Meeting Nina gave him exactly that. She wasn't just another chapter in his story, she became the anchor that balanced his restless ambition. For Nina, her journey into Logan's life was equally transformative. She had spent years in the spotlight as a Sports Illustrated model and had navigated the challenges of an industry that often prioritizes image over individuality. In Logan, she found someone who celebrated her beyond her beauty, someone who matched her energy with humor, ambition, and resilience. Together, they became partners not just in love but in life's ups and downs. Their relationship, while sometimes private and sometimes shared online, always reflected a mutual respect and genuine joy that fans could see was real. As the celebrations carried into the early hours of the morning, one thing became clear: this wasn't just a wedding, it was a declaration. It was Logan telling the world that he had grown, that he was ready for stability, and that he had found someone who loved him for who he truly was, flaws and all. It was Nina declaring that she had found not just a partner but a teammate, someone who would stand beside her not only in glamorous moments but also in life's quiet, unseen ones. Every detail of the wedding reinforced this. From the choice of Italy as the location to the laughter-filled reception, from the emotional tears of Jake Paul to the symbolic role of Majlac, this was not a day curated for optics, it was a day curated for love.